Hello students, welcome to AcadShala.
Today we are going to do twisted question to identify PQR with hidden hints.
But before starting today's session, it would be great if you like this video, share this video and subscribe to our channel AcadShala. This gives us a lot of motivation to keep creating these kind of videos for you all.
The question says salt P, commonly used in bakery products, on heating gets converted into another salt Q, which itself is used for removal of hardness of water, and a gas R is evolved. The gas R, when passed through freshly prepared lime water, turns milky. Identify P, Q, and R, giving chemical equation for the justification of your answer. Now, students, as I told you that in this type of question, hidden hints are always and always given that you have to identify. Now, let us check in the question which hidden hints are given. In this part, it's given salt P commonly used. Salt P commonly used in bakery products on heating gets converted into another salt Q. Bakery product. Just check, children. Bakery product is given, which itself is used for removal of hardness of water. Identify, that is PQR, which is given in the last. Right, children? Now, in the beginning, we have identified two hidden hints. Bakery product, immediately it strikes in our mind. What it is? That is baking soda. Yes, children? It is what? Baking soda. Now, baking soda is also known as what? NaHCO3, that is sodium hydrogen carbonate. This we have understood. This we now know it because the hidden hint is given over here through which we have identified what is it. Now the second hint is removal of hardness of water. That means a substance is there which is used for the removal of hardness of water. Children, I would like to add up over here also. In the MCQ portion, this is so many times they have asked about removal of hardness of water and 4 options are always given. You have to identify and tick mark the correct option. It can come in your MCQs. It can come in the form of this type of question also to identify PQR. Yes, children. So, if you have studied, if it is in your mind, it will be there that for removal of hardness of water, sodium carbonate is the compound. Yes, you know this. Sodium carbonate is the compound which is used for the removal of hardness of water. These two things we have identified with the help of the hidden hints in the question. Now, children, we will start the question which is asking some solutions. Now, look it over here. Now, salt P commonly used in bakery products. Now we know it. This is baking soda and the formula also we know it. So we are going to write that is NaHCO3 and on heating means we will put triangle over here because this is the identification of heating and gets converted into another salt Q. This was in the starting P, they told us. And it gets converted into another salt Q, which itself is used for removal of hardness of water. What is it? That is Na2CO3. What we will write? Na2CO3. What is this? This is Q, according to the question. And we will also get a gas that is carbon dioxide. Why? Because in the reactant part, we have carbonate over here. So whenever we have carbonate or hydrogen carbonate part in the reactant, always carbon dioxide gas is formed, and plus water is also there. So the gas which is formed over here, carbon dioxide, is our part. Got it, children? Okay. After this, they said the gas R, see over here, the gas R, when passed through freshly prepared lime water, turns milky. Now, what we have to do, we have to take this gas and pass through freshly prepared lime water. Now, one more thing you have to see, what is the formula of lime water? The formula of lime water is, that is, first we will take this carbon dioxide, we will pass through lime water, freshly prepared. Always remember, freshly prepared. The formula of lime water is CaOH whole twice. This is also known as slaked lime. Children, all these things you should know. Correct? After this, what happens when it passes through lime water? We get which product? We get calcium carbonate. Did you get me, children? Calcium carbonate plus water. Am I clear, children? This thing is clear up till here? Okay. Now, after this, you should also know that calcium carbonate, which is formed, it is white in color. And this is the precipitate formed. Always remember, children. Calcium carbonate is white in color and the precipitate formed. Now, you also should know what is the name of this calcium carbonate. We have so many names of this calcium carbonate. That is limestone, chalk, marble. So you should also know other names also of calcium carbonate, which is really very, very important. So it can come in your MCQs also. If you do not know the other names, you will not come to know it is calcium carbonate. And you should also know the precipitate formed over here is calcium carbonate, which is white in color. So color of the compounds, precipitate formed, as I told you in the previous video, it should always be in your mind. So this is the way, children, you identify, that is PQR or ABC or XYZ in these type of questions. And in the last, they have asked PQ, identify PQ and R, giving chemical equations for justification of your answer. So this is the equation for the justification of your answer. And this is done. This question is done. This is the way, children, you solve this type of question. It's very easy. Hidden hints are always given, children, that you have to identify the hidden hints yourself, first step, and then you will identify what they have asked you in the question as PQR. Right, children? Now, students, let us move to the next question. The question says, a metal nitrate A on heating gives a metal oxide along with evolution of a brown colored gas B and a colorless gas which helps in burning. Aqueous solution of A, when reacted with potassium iodide, forms a yellow precipitate. Now, students, see in the question that some hint is always given. In this type of question, some hint is always given that you have to identify and realize that you have studied this previously. Now, if you view this question, it is written over here with evolution of a brown colored gas. That means you know which is a brown colored gas. That means it is nothing but NO2, that is nitrogen dioxide, which is brown in color. And one more hint is also given in the question itself, that a colorless gas which helps in burning. That we know it. That which is the gas which helps in burning? It is oxygen, which helps in burning. So there are two clues in this question, which makes our question easy and solve it also. Now, with the two hints given in the question, we are able to solve this question very, very easily now. Now, this question says identify, that is ABC, which is given over here. Or sometimes in the question, it might have written that identify XYZ or PQRS and so on and on. So this type of question usually comes in the board exam, and sure shot it will be there. So now let us, solve this question further. Now a metal nitrate A, I will write A over here, and under that I will write metal nitrate. On heating sign is triangle, I will write it over here. Gives a metal oxide, that is metal oxide MO, I will write down metal oxide. With the evolution of a brown colored gas B. Now we have identified this brown colored gas B, so I will write it B, and under that NO2, that I know it very well. And a colorless gas which helps in burning. Again, I have identified that is the oxygen is the gas which helps in burning. So I have written oxygen over here with a question mark. Question mark, I wrote it because I was not aware at that time. But when I realized that this is oxygen, so I have written oxygen over here. Now this type of equation which I have written, I am showing you on the screen. This I will write it for my help. That is for my rough work. No need to show this, in the special, the answer, but you can write it in your what? That is rough work to identify or to solve the question. So this I've written now on the basis of this equation which I've identified. Now I will write the real equation. So metal nitrate means which metal it will be. So if I realized that the gas which was formed was NO2, so it is sure short that in the reactant part, some metal must be what? That is related with nitrate, metal nitrate. And I will write what? PbNO3 whole twice. Right, children? Because the product which will be formed as metal oxide will be PbO. Am I clear? So I will write PbNO3 whole twice. When I heat this, I get lead oxide, which is yellow in color, along with NO2 gas and O2 gas. Am I clear? So when there is a nitrate in the reactant, of course, nitrogen dioxide gas will be formed along with that is lead oxide, which is yellow in color. So the colors of the compounds or the gases, you should also know side by side so that we can solve as it is asked in the question. So this is the first equation which we have formed for this particular part of this question. So PbNO3 whole twice, when we heat, we get PbO plus NO2 plus O2 and balance it, children. Clear? Now the second part says aqueous solution of A when reacted with potassium iodide forms a yellow precipitate. Now what we are going to do? We will take this reactant, that is this reactant in the form of aqueous. So what I will do? I will take lead nitrate in the aqueous form. And if we take it in aqueous form, that means of course we will have positive and negative ions. And I will also react with aqueous. Mind it, aqueous, that is potassium iodide. Again, it will be having positive and negative, which I have shown on the screen. Now, after this reactant, which we have shown over here, these both will react and will form, that is, this will go with this, that is PbI2, that is lead iodide plus KNO3. KNO3, this over here. Now, lead iodide is yellow in color, which is also precipitate. So, they can ask you in the question also, which is the precipitate formed and what is the color of the compound or gas as they asked you in the first part of the question. And this is the second part of the question which is done, which is solved very, very easily with the hidden hints given in the question. Clear, children? So again, I just revise with you that what you should know in this type of questions, that is the color of the gases or the compounds, color of the precipitate, which is the precipitate formed, formation of formulae, very, very important. Otherwise, you cannot solve any equation in chemistry. And the gases which helps in burning. One more thing, children, I would like to add up, that when you solve this chemical equation or write the chemical equation, and when you write the reactants and when you form the product, like suppose PbI2 you have to write. So in the rough, please do crisscross. I just do it in front of you so that you should know it. Like suppose PbI2, that is the lead iodide you have to form. So you will write it, that is Pbi. What is the valency of lead? +2. What is the valency of iodine? -1. Criss-cross. That is, it will be formed PbI2. So in this way, please do it the formulae. That is, please form the chemical formulae using this crisscross method so that it is never ever wrong when you put up in the equation. Same is the case with the other product which is to be formed. That is, this will form with this. That is potassium nitrate. So what you will do? You will write potassium over here nitrate. What is the valency? +1. What is the valency of nitrate? -1. Criss-cross, and this forms KNO3. So in this way, children, you will not commit the mistake ever in the question. So always keep it in mind that all these things you have to do it in your rough work and then place the chemical formulae in the main reaction so that further when you balance it, it is not wrong. So keep these minute points. And one more thing, please do not do your video fast forward. Please go through the video till end, from starting till end. If you skip any word or any one sentence, you will not understand, children. So do not be in a hurry. Take out some time. Please do it in front of a screen. You should have pen, paper in your hand, and please solve as I solve. Please keep on doing as I do it, and you will do wonders in your exam. So with this, God bless you. Take care and keep revising. Bye-bye.